Yo, what's up, guys? So, I want to talk about No-Fap again, this time in terms of sports performance. So, regardless of what your sport is, whether it's bodybuilding, powerlifting, football, boxing, basketball, I believe just about any sport will be affected by whether or not you're holding on to your seed or whether or not you're constantly releasing, whether it's sex, whether it's porn videos, whether it's whatever. A lot of, people who know about sports know you're going to have better sports performance if you have that stored up energy, which comes from doing no-fap. So let's talk about it in terms of like powerlifting and stuff. In my opinion, guys, no-fap goes beyond just the physical, whether it's like increased testosterone levels, increased energy levels, increased dopamine, increased performance, whatever. It goes honestly beyond the physical and dives into the spiritual. Regardless of what you guys believe in, I'm a Christian, I believe in God, I believe in Jesus and stuff. But like, whether you believe in God, whether you believe in karma, whether you believe in the universe, things are going to go more in your favor if you're on no-fap. That's just a fact, guys. Like, people who are saying that isn't true are just in denial. Like, things are going to flow better. You're going to have better luck. You're going to have better karma. Things are just going to work more in your favor, guys, honestly. So, like, let's talk about powerlifting. Let's talk about powerlifting sports performance. Like, if you fail a lift or miss a lift or whatever, maybe it's because you haven't been on a long enough no-fap streak, or you're not sticking with no-fap, or you're watching porn, or having sex, or releasing often, or whatever. That could be the culprit, guys, because, I've talked about this in other videos, but at the end of the day, you got to choose. Do you want glory or do you want pleasure? Do you want the glory of hitting a PR lift, an amazing lift, getting a really good lift? Because I believe, lifting is eternal. You know what I mean? Like, once you get that lift, you have that moment for the rest of your freaking life to reflect on. That's why I believe lifting is eternal. So do you want the glory of, making your creator proud? Hitting a big lift, hitting a PR, hitting something you can be proud of, your friends can be proud of, God can be proud of. Like, do you want that glory of glorifying God and displaying the strength he's given you because, you're willing to stick with no-fap and train hard and do a lot of other things? It's not just no-fap, but no-fap is a small part of it in terms of sports success. So at the end of the day, do you want the glory or do you want the pleasure? Do you want the glory? These lifts can last a lifetime. Or do you want the pleasure? The pleasure that comes from just a 10-second orgasm, and then afterwards you feel like shit, you feel drained, depressed, you regret it. You're like, why did I just do that over and over and over again? And now I know I'm not going to perform as well in the gym. It's a total L. It's a total regret. That's why I believe in no-fap. That's why I believe in sticking with no-fap streaks as long as possible, guys. I'm totally committed. I'm totally dedicated. That's why I have porn blocked on my phone and my computer, hoping to never watch that shit again so I can stick on really long no-fap streaks and have amazing gym performance, amazing quality of life, amazing mood, amazing energy levels, really high testosterone levels, and just reap all the benefits that will come from no-fap, guys. So give it a try. That's my video for today. Guys. No-fap in terms of sports performance. It will definitely help your sports performance. And again, it goes beyond the physical. It's not just energy, testosterone, and stuff like that. It's also the spiritual, your karma, your luck. You will have more favor from God if you stick with no-fap, in my opinion, guys. So give it a try. Stop jerking off and get on that no-fap streak, baby. That's how we're going to win in life. Have a good one, guys. God bless.